All right, man, we back. Goodfellas Sports TV. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Y'all see what we're gonna talk about today. It's rumors out there that, well, it's an article out there saying that Bob Arum is saying that Terence Crawford will be fighting or could be fighting Pacquiao in 2020. Could that be a correlation to what's going on at the zone? Also, gonna talk a little bit about this Wilder Spike Water shit and the zone financial crisis and a lot of these loudmouth pump faking ass boxers. And then I got a little bit of boxing rumor mill in there for the people who care about what's going on behind the scenes and what they saying from different promoters. So it could get people excited. I don't get excited until I see shit in rotation. But once again, appreciate everybody for tapping back in. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. If you want to make a donation, Cash App, PayPal in the description. Best way to donate for your boys to share the video. And don't forget to check out our sponsors. Check out Cell Phone Buyers Recyclers. They want to buy your phones and iPhones specifically. The number is on your screen, 936-225-2198. Also, the website and their social media is in the description. If you want to just plug in directly and see what they got to offer, hit that number up. Let them know about your iPhone. Answer their questions. They got you. So check out Cell Phone Cyclers, Buyers Recyclers. They got you. Don't forget to check out the Health Blades, 100% all natural products. Use promo code Goodfella1Box. Get 18% off at www.healthblades.com. They got lotion, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, deodorant, toothpaste, hair pomade, the whole nine. Check them out. Here, the lemon toothpaste is really, really good. 100% all organic. The website promo code is in the description if you get lost. And don't forget to check out my boy Dame J. Got one of the new the hottest underground rap album going right now. No Regrets. You can find it on Apple Music, Tidal, Spotify. I checked. They on all streaming platforms. Go show some love to my brother from VA. I'm telling you, got all good tracks, no basement sound and shit, engineer mix, and he got a visual coming. I got an album review coming pretty soon for the album, so to kind of give you a vivid picture of basically how good the album is. And I was shocked when I heard it. So check them out, Dame J. No Regrets on all streaming platforms. So let's start off with Wilder real quick and get this shit out the way. Like I said before, man, I don't understand how people even just like boxing at this point. At the end of the day, versatility and T salute. People crying about a water bottle. If Wilder team is so terrible, if his team is so bad where somebody on Tyson Fury side could pay them to spike his water, I mean, people say what he can be spiked with. You can spike him with Benadryl, you know what I'm saying? But then again, I ain't never seen no clear Benadryl. I seen the pink pills. I'm not sure what color the fluid is. So, if they spiked his water, fair game. That just lets you show how shitty Deontay Wilder's team is. He came into the fight with a hurt knee. He came into the fight, the costume was too heavy. He came into the fight, Tyson Fury gloves, he took the padding out the gloves. Let me kind of give you an idea when you the brother, all right? Look at Antonio Margarito. He was still able to come in boxing, and after loading his raps, he didn't get prosecuted. He didn't get banned or nothing like that. Big Baby Miller, he had Charlie Slew. He had all that shit in his ass. He didn't get banned or nothing like that. It doesn't matter. Boxing is a very dirty game. There's a lot of dudes back in the day, and probably still to this day, that's taking a lot of nosedives in the sport of boxing. Get over it. Deontay Wilder got beat. If you got anybody using these excuses as arguing points, or they trying to convert you to Deontay Wilderism, they weak as hell, bro. Anybody sitting here crying and even giving this story a bit of validity, it's nothing that you can do. He got his ass whooped. All right, he got whooped on. All right, they're not gonna go back in retrospect and change the outcome of the fight. If something really happened where he got spiked or the gloves was low, the padding was taken out, he was hitting you with your knuckles, all you can do is change it for the trilogy. It just shows you. Detroit versus everybody salute. It just shows you how niggas can't take their L's, bro. Anybody pushing this narrative is a sissy, bro. Real talk, I stand on that. They're a sissy. Anybody sitting here keep trying to diminish what Tyson Fury did. At the end of the day, look at Deontay Wilder team for not running the tight shit. Why Al Heyman let a white boy get down on him? C4 Renardo, salute. God honest truth, happy Memorial Day to everybody out there. All the fallen veterans. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. And I'll talk to somebody like, you shouldn't even speak on it. You're right, but I got to address it. You ask me, what about the water bottle? Like, move on. He got beat up. He relied on his power too much. Let Tyson Fury be. They not. They at the end of the day, all Wilder can show us in the trilogy. If anything was wrong in the trilogy, make sure you pick your own water bottles up. Make sure they sealed. Make sure you check the gloves for yourself. If Deontay Wilder got to go into the room or hire brother Nas, who caught Margarito, to go look at the hand wraps. That's what you got to do. And then from fight 2 to fight 3, if there's a drastic difference between Tyson Fury, if it's a drug test, if it's the gloves, if it's some water, if it was an injury on Wilder's side of the ring, the trilogy will show it. You know what I'm saying? And what's killing me is Wilder ain't even speaking on this shit. He doing podcasts, he doing Instagrams and videos. Speak on it then. Speak your mind, nigga. You a nigga that speak your mind to this day. Like I said, that's kind of pissing me off with him, bro. If Wilder ain't coming out saying it, and it was being said that Wilder could be leaking this shit to the media. He could be leaking it to these idiots, bro. Oh yeah, Wilder told me this and Wilder told me that. This, that, and the third. I heard his team is like fucking terrible, bro. I ain't gonna say nobody name, but I heard Freddie Salute. I heard his team is terrible. I heard his team is truly terrible. He need to get his shit together. He need to get run a tighter ship. I heard they be messing with certain reporters that's trying to support them, giving them the run around, this, that, and the third. Like, dude, you supposed to be the people's champ, and you fucking over dudes who trying to cover you. I ain't trying to hear this excuse me. You lame if you pushing this shit, bro. I don't even understand how y'all listen to anybody man, come on. Anybody that's trying to get his validity, bro. The quarantine is playing with people's mind. Lather salute. Take y'all L. Niggas don't know how to take their L, bro. I can tell these a lot of dudes who won't let women say no. These are the type of dudes that won't let women say no. That try to force themselves into the vagina, pay themselves into the vagina. I'm telling you, dog, this make you don't even want to be part of boxing no more. Storm B salute. Gully salute. Guns and Entertainment salute. That white dude, J. Diaz, did something to the water bottle. Man, I don't even believe none of that shit. Wilder got beat on. He got beat on. Even if he fired J. Diaz, we got beat on. Let that white boy get down on him, bro. Ain't no fucking first he was knocking the boots with his girl. He had a knee injury, his elbow. The costume was too heavy. Come on, man. He got his ass beat. Anybody pushing this false narrative and people say this is uplifting. Like, dude, they just didn't turn boxing into some pussy shit. There's a lot of pussy niggas in boxing, bro. A lot of them, bro. A lot of dudes pulling a lot of whole moves they wouldn't be able to pull in actual real life. Real talk. And making black people look bad. That's what they doing, making the black YouTubers look bad. He got beat on, bro. If it was something going on, show us in the trilogy. He done had every excuse on it. Well, Deontay Wilder is done. If he's leaking this to the media, mentally he's done. Suit him. He's done. He's mentally done. He's physically abused. This is the end of Deontay Wilder. If he leaking this to the media, he should come out here and say, man, ain't nothing went on. I lost. I take my loss like a man. No costumes, no nothing. No failed drug test. His gloves was good. Say something. I'm telling you, bro. I was talking to somebody last night, and I was like, man, Deontay Wilder probably leaking this shit to these niggas, man. I'm telling you. And if a dude can't eat that L, suit in. If Fury comment, yeah, remember he said I worked out with Conor McGregor, and McGregor was, or I talked to McGregor. He said he's gonna trade me for UFC, and McGregor said I never talked to him. Do Fury lie? Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Take your motherfucking robot test. You got beat on. Now they pushing this false narrative, bro. Like I said before, man, real boxing journalism is dying. A lot of these dudes built the platform to counteract what the old media was doing, the writers, and what they turn around and do. They do the same thing. Roger salute. You know they don't fuck with me like that with the notifications or nothing really. But what the writers was doing and being biased in they shit and getting paid by promoters, these dudes is being weak on purpose, bro. These dudes being weak on purpose. Just get over it. This shit happened February, March. It happened months ago. He got beat on. Say it again. He got beat on. What's gonna be the excuse the third time he get beat on? Or if they would have fought back in Vegas, he eat your L. All these weak ass YouTube dudes, man, go ahead and get ready to jump on the Devin Haney bandwagon. Hop on the Devin Haney bandwagon. Hop back on Earl Spence dick. Hop back on Shawn Porter dick. I ain't judging niggas no more. I'm not gonna keep putting all my effort in this boxing shit. These dudes is hella weak. Hella weak. If anything, Wilder should be embarrassed at the point too many people capping him. Yeah, like you should cut that shit in the bud. Nip that in the bud. Come on, say, you know what? I had a bad night. Ricky, salute. I had a bad night. You know what? I come back and have a better night. When in PBC podcast, what he saying? There's a lot of stuff y'all just don't know. In due time, I talk about it. He ain't gonna get over that hurdle. It's the end of Deontay Wilder mentally. It's the end of Wilder. Fury just gotta do the physical part. Is a trilogy fight gonna happen this year? Yeah, it's probably happening overseas because unless some fans be able to go to attendance, they need a site fee to fill it in. But this is the weakest. This was the weakest shit I ever seen in a loss. This is by far the most embarrassing loss since I've been watching boxing. Not Mike Tyson biting a nigga ear off. Not Adrian Broner getting fucking beat down and beat out the ropes. Not Kermit Cintron jumping out the ropes to avoid a beat down by Paul Williams. You know what I'm saying? Not Margarito with the hand wraps. This is by far the most embarrassing loss that I've ever encountered in boxing. I've never seen somebody have so many excuses for a dude who really had a handicap. This dude was 400 and something pounds just 2 years ago. When he fought him the first time, I did my time, my stopwatch. The count was long. Do you understand? The count is at a referee's discretion. It's not 1, 2, 3, 4. Not like you count the king. It's 1, 2. They've been making excuses for the dude race on salute for the longest, bro. This shit is embarrassing, bro. I can't ride this train no more. And Deontay is looking hella weak for not speaking out against this shit. When he did the PBC podcast, he gave it validity. Oh, it's a lot of stuff I can't say. All he doing is leaking that shit to these dudes, bro. I'm telling you exactly what it is. You ain't got to be the smartest nigga in the world to know he leaking this information to certain new media outlets, and you weak as hell for reporting it, bro. Ness, man, weak, bro. I'm just trying to say, no, you ain't trying to say weak, nigga. Take your L, bro. I listened to a stream yesterday. I ain't listened to that shit since Mike left. Not because Mike just left. I fuck with Mike. I watch some of his shit. But just because I ain't been watching no boxing shit. Like that. All these niggas they weak, bro. Weak, dude. If you can't see how weak some of these YouTube niggas is, man, they thirsty for you. Weak. If you pushing this, if you believe this, you probably believe your girl going out with that nigga and the Chargers just gay. It ain't all the naive in the world, bro. Any nigga pushing this narrative is weak. You can tell him I said. You weak. If you're using this as an excuse on social media, you weak. 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 All these niggas is weak pushing this narrative. He just have to come back and win the fight. That's all. Exactly. That's all you gotta do. Niggas didn't lost. Ali lost. Came back and beat Frazier twice. It was tough. But he leaking it. In my opinion, he leaking this shit out. How much y'all want to bet? Deontay Wilder, because he ain't even came out and killed it. If you got cheated on, blame Al Heyman. Call Al. Ain't that what they say? Call Al. If you got cheated and beat it on, call Al Heyman. How Al Heyman let a white boy get down on you like that? The gloves, the water, injury, costume, all these fucking excuses. He just beat you. And you called for this fight. Let's just keep it real. He called for this fight, bro. This ain't no lie. He called for this fight. He bought Tyson Fury back. That 52 salute. He didn't have to bring Tyson Fury back. This the one motherfucker who could beat you. And then if they didn't get Fury back, they was talking about bringing Vladimir Klitschko back to fight him. Trying to keep up with Anthony Joshua. You can't keep up with a nigga who's a media darling, who got a country on his back. Multiple countries on his back. Nigeria and the UK. All you got to do is take what you was given, beat the dude, and go on with your life. The way they mishandled the Anthony Joshua situation is going to go down in history as some of the retarded stuff of all time. All Wilder had to do was say, you know what, I'll take what you give me. Because guess what? If you're able to beat him, it's more money on the other side of the pond. Or on the other side of the motherfucking street. You took 12.5, you became undisputed, you beat him again. Come on. Now if Fury come back and beat you, or you fight Fury again, come on, it's even worth. At least you're gonna get your ass beat for like 40 million guaranteed. But look at this whole situation, bro. He gave Fury 50-50, bro. He gave Fury 50-50. Just let that sink in for a minute. The first fight back, coming off a first Safari and it's another guy he fought. What's the other dude he fought? I can't remember the other dude. With them two fucking bums he fought, Tyson Fury, no, you couldn't find 5 Tyson Fury fans to sit at Benihana's with you, eat steak and shrimp on you. You couldn't find, when he beat Vladimir Klitschko, that was one of the most forgettable fights of all time. Keep it real. That was, nobody rated Tyson Fury. Nobody seen him as the lineal. You know, it wasn't like he won the fight. It was more out of, no, it wasn't out of Wally. Talking about the first time when he first came back. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like it was a very, very forgettable fight. It was more like Klitschko lost the fight. And you come back and you get this white boy 50-50? I thought you the champ. What, he had like 6, 7, 8, 9 title defenses at that point? 50-50? Then you want a rematch a few months later. He say, no, I'm going to tune up. You go fight Dominic Brazil in like 8 weeks, 10, 11 weeks out for the fight. They had you fighting Luis Ortiz. He tuning up. And you fighting Luis Ortiz. At the end of November. You got to fight in February. You can't make this up, dog. Tyson Fury fought in September. You fought the end of November. You know? Vincent, salute. BK Don, Brooklyn, salute. KPD2. You can't make this shit up. Al Heyman, man, is a fucking idiot on this situation. Then Tyson Fury was the champion. Real talk. They treated this white boy like he was nobody still really know Tyson Fury like this. This ain't like, he ain't no beloved. The UK not even talking about him. After he beat Deontay Wilder, he ain't even being celebrated. It's like it never happened. You get this dude 50-50, then he blow you off for the rematch. As soon as he said no rematch, I'm cool with it. I'm not going to rematch him. But Tyson Fury said, I'm ready now. Deontay Wilder run over to him, give him 50-50 again, bro. Tyson Fury was the king of Deontay Wilder from the beginning of this shit started. He was the boss of Wilder from the very, very beginning. This is what these fucking fanboys won't tell you. Because they don't know shit about boxing. Not even the business. All they talk is 50-50, 20-40, 80-90 split. They don't know shit. Everything that Wilder had been doing was trying to keep up with Anthony Joshua. From them scraping the 20 million to give him up versus Dominic Brazil, scraping 20 million and selling tickets for the Luis Ortiz 2 fight, to getting Tyson Fury from the beginning and trying to keep up with Anthony Joshua. All this was about is keeping up with the Joshuas. This is what it's all predicated on. Instead of saying, you know what, I'm the lesser man. I don't have a country on my back. I don't have Nigeria or the UK on my back. I'm one man all day. WBC title on the block by myself. I'm gonna fight you. I'm gonna come to the UK and fight you. This is all was a power struggle. Every move he made from fighting Fury, the Brazil money, to Ortiz money, to fighting Fury again, was about keeping up with Anthony Joshua. And Joshua lost, and still he couldn't catch him. Let that sink in for a minute. Joshua tripped in the race, rolled over, stopped, took a 48-hour nap, got his belt back, and Deontay Wilder still ain't gained no motherfucking ground on him. Stealing everything they was doing was about keeping up with Anthony Joshua. Instead of just plugging in, saying I'm the lesser man. Floyd Mayweather did it versus De La Hoya. Evander Holyfield did it versus Tyson. Lennox Lewis, dropped all his shit and became the mandatory for Riddick Bowe. It's plenty of heavyweights that went out their way to make shit happen. Instead, he went to go get the one guy that was the worst matchup for him in all of boxing. Long guy that's longer than you, taller than you. They got defense that can carry the weight like that. This was just a bad strategic move by Team Wilder. He beat Anthony Joshua, dog. Even if he rematched him and got the lesser of the split, everything he would have done from there would have been legendary. He would have been undisputed. All you known is for a nigga who had the WBC title and made 10 title defenses, 9 title defenses, whatever it was. Yeah, you got some dough. You would have made some dough versus Joshua. You would have beat Joshua twice. Even if it was for the $25 million. You would have made $50 million fighting him twice, bare minimum. Then you could have fought Tyson Fury. You could have really been the A side. Or you could have just ran up to 50 and retired. But none but excuses. No, the jokes, the egg yolk, all the paint, all that's on Deontay Wilder head. They treated him like a down south Bama from Bama. They hustled him. They never believed in you. He said they never would have made the fight. They would have played wild. If they don't make the fight, they don't make the fight. We're trying to do power struggle. Just say, hey, I'll take what you give me and see what happens. Give me what you got. 12-5, I'll take it. Let's go. 20 million, I'll take it. Let's go. Come on. You know you're going to win. But if you want to play that card, then why did Al Heyman make Anthony Joshua champion? Al Heyman did that. Al Heyman made Anthony Joshua champion. Why didn't he run Charles Martin over Deontay Wilder? Deontay Wilder would have been unified heavyweight champion. He could be fighting motherfucking Mark Salute. He could be fighting Zaire Salute. He could be fighting Charles Martin for a second time right now. He would have had 2 belts. Come on. Then Ortiz stepped aside for AJ to get his belt. Even though he probably wasn't with Al Heyman, but he stepped aside. It was supposed to be Vladimir Klitschko versus Luis Ortiz. Hopefully the money he got paid was good enough. They opened the doors for AJ to do this shit. If Ortiz had the Super WBA belt, remember he was signed in Matchroom too. And Wilder had the IBF and WBC belt. Where do AJ run to? WBO? The WBO? Al Heyman made this shit happen. Ortiz made Anthony Joshua what he is. You know, Al Heyman, Luis Ortiz, Vladimir Klitschko, they made this dude. Joseph Parker, they made this dude. Deontay Wilder own people. Nigga that he gave Ortiz. Like Ortiz, let's talk about Ortiz for a minute. Ortiz failed a drug test several times. Even after he failed trying to juice up versus Wilder, Wilder still gave him an opportunity. Why? Ortiz was a no-win situation. He never was going to become world champion. Never. The highlight of his career is beating old-ass Luis Ortiz. He was better off trying to fight Alexander Povetkin again. Wilder will be known as a heavyweight champion that just beat and fought dudes that was on pads. You can say even if he fought Joshua and Tyson Fury, you can make the case. Allegedly, they was pumped up. And it may come out. Wilder may come out down the line looking better than anything. It might come out. You know, do I believe Fury was on that shit? Yeah. Do I believe AJ on that shit? In my opinion, yeah. This is my opinion. Dillian White proven to be on it. Miller proven to be on it. Povetkin proved to be on it. Half the heavyweight division on that shit. I wouldn't have gave Ortiz shit. You snooze, you lose. Ortiz ain't gonna sell out shit. He ain't gonna sell no pay-per-views. Just the miseducation of a dumb Bama and Deontay Wilder by Al Heyman. Al Heyman played him. Fucked him right in his ass with no Vaseline. Real talk. Eddie Hart touchdown. Deontay Wilder got played. Wouldn't be surprised if Al Heyman spiked the fucking water. Had Sam or his sons put some shit in the water. Al Heyman sold this idiot out, bro. He got played. And Eddie Hearn and AJ played him good. AJ lose, it's all uplifting. He lose, man. His own people tell him he done stumping him. I'm just telling you, bro. I don't kind of get mad, you know, as much as I did when people don't, you know, don't care to flex their blackness, because your own people be the ones kicking you down. As soon as he lost to Tyson Fury, Antonio Tarver knocking him down. This guy, I knew it, knocking him down. And then you want to turn around. And try to say you want to work with me. Larry Holmes said he quit. After all the shit Larry Holmes went through, and you gonna really keep that motherfucking self-hatred going down, and you gonna kick Wilder while he down? After everything you went through, like, nigga, you the nigga that should be sympathized with him, not fucking George Foreman. They did him dirty, bro. Dirty as hell. Everybody, when AJ lost, it was uplifting. Everybody singing Negro spirituals, but that's how it is. These niggas will ride with the away team before they ride with the home team. That's why I don't really kind of get mad when people don't want to identify with being black. They treat the motherfucking raccoons and they treat the motherfucking guests and the guests in our culture better than the people in it. Real talk. Charles Martin didn't even get that much flack for going over there and laying down for AJ. This nigga quit. All that shit talking he was talking. Charles Martin didn't even get that much flack. When Wilder won, it was like Jesus came back down to save the Negroes from slavery. It was only a few niggas that was. Terence Crawford was one of the few people that was uplifting the Wilder what he said after the fight. All these niggas were throwing him under. I told you this nigga ain't shit. They were so happy he lost. When AJ lost, Clarissa Shields was smiling, taking pictures with him. Oh, you can bounce back when you say AJ quit. You know, Stephen Bradman knock you upside your head on Twitter. These niggas saying, "Oh, you crazy? This nigga went out like a warrior," but Deontay Wilder quit. Like I said before, man, people like, why you don't want to interview in boxing? Why you getting tired of boxing? Boxing got the most raccoons in it of any other sport. Your own people be the people that hang, and then also the niggas that's working against you that act like they for you. Like, oh, you know, niggas pushing this spike water shit, man. All they doing is killing your credibility. His affiliation with the letter crew just killed his credibility. When he started talking to old bald head nigga and all them niggas, man, killed his credibility. Killed his credibility. When these fake old boxing motherfuckers with a YouTube page, you don't know nothing about boxing, bro. All they do is say what the next channel say. Killed his credibility. Every time somebody say, "Oh, Deontay Wilder need to work on his balance, need to get on his toes," you know what I'm saying? Need to work on the job. Oh, you hating on Deontay Wilder? Killed his credibility. His affiliation with the letter crew killed his credibility. The oversaturation of talking about Deontay Wilder 24/7, talking about AJ 24/7, talking about Eddie Hearn, they made him into a public enemy number one. Killed his credibility. Worst movie he ever did was did an interview with General Child. It's the worst movie he ever made. Talking to that nigga, that's the worst movie he ever made. I ain't gonna miss no words. Affiliating with the letter crew is the worst thing he ever done. Like I said before, people say I was stupid. People don't hate athletes or hate certain people because of that person. Why do people don't like Eminem? Why do some people don't like Eminem? Because it's fans. Why people don't like Deontay Wilder? Oh, he can't box or he's sloppy, this, that, and the third. No, it's because of the fanfare that he get, the oversaturation. Why do people hate the Dallas Cowboys? Because people tired of seeing the Dallas Cowboys being talked about 24/7. All they do is look. It's the oversaturation. Deontay Wilder is oversaturated. They oversaturated him. It was a cult fan following. Oh, we gotta uplift the champ. Oh, Eddie Hearn is it? And come on, man. They killed Wilder's credibility, bro. Wilder should have wished he never met them niggas, dog. Between the letter crew and Al Heyman, they destroyed Deontay Wilder's career like that. All these idiots that don't know nothing about boxing, ain't never put a glove on. You would have knew gloves flapped if you seen Muhammad Ali fight. Oversaturation. Just the God honest truth about it. Emotional attachment to a nigga that you don't even know. Physically. People tired of that shit. People hate people because people hate athletes because of their film. Why do people don't like LeBron? LeBron ain't probably never came out and said I'm the greatest of all time. Probably never came out and said that. The media and the fan make you hate him. People say I was crazy when I say that. How a fan base or fans can make you not like a person, to make you damn near hate a person. It's real. It's real. Tired of the oversaturated. Deontay Wilder was just an oversaturated product. It wasn't even to the point where it was like Pacquiao, where it was just like it was over celebrating and overlooking all his flaws as far as outside the ring, cheating with Paris Hilton and promoting alcohol or this motherfucker fighting at catch weights. When you put a nigga on a pedestal and you see he can't do no wrong, and you ignoring all the wrong he doing, you the enemy. You gonna create a lot of hatred. Same thing happened for Pacquiao, happened for Deontay Wilder. A lot of people didn't like Pacquiao because people didn't acknowledge his shortcomings. They try to act like he was perfect. The people that was pro Deontay Wilder try to act like he was perfect. All he needs is one punch. When he started believing that shit, that cult following shit, that all he need to be perfect is for 10, 3, 10, 12 seconds, he believed his own hype. When he no longer became humble and he became cocky and it was arrogance. Happened to Mike Tyson too. When Mike Tyson didn't think he had to train to fight nobody no more, Mike Tyson didn't train. He lost to Buster Douglas. Happened to Muhammad Ali, believe it or not. Muhammad Ali didn't want to run miles no more. He didn't want to listen to Angela Dundee. He had to do the rope a dope. Somebody that can remain level headed and disciplined and still do the same shit they did from day one and still listen. That's why you got the Andre Wards, you got the Bernard Hopkins, you got the Floyd Mayweather Juniors. Those guys are elite, an elite company. Pernell wasn't disciplined. Oscar wasn't disciplined. Tommy Hearns and Sugar Ray Leonard damn sure wasn't disciplined inside and outside the ring. Or outside the ring. The elite company is Ward, Mayweather, Floyd Mayweather Jr., excuse me, Ward and Bernard Hopkins. That is the gold platinum standard for discipline. True. But let's move on. I ain't mean to spend that much time. So it's an article I found, and people was talking about this earlier, and I'm pulling it up. Give me a minute. There's an article where Bob Arum was talking to somebody from Australia, and so I got it from Rappler.com. It said top ranked boss Bob Arum says Pacquiao look forward to fighting this year because he will supposedly be in the running for presidency later on. Uh, it says Manila, Philippines, communication lines between Manny Pacquiao and Bob have reopened. Will a Pacquiao fight against Terence Crawford follow soon? The answer is uncertain owing the corona pandemic, but Aaron believes Pacquiao, his former cash provider, is ready to tangle with Crawford, his new prize ward at Top Rank Promotion in the welterweight unification. I've talked to Manny via Zoom. First time I talked to him face to face in a while, Aaron told the Australian box promoter manager and field boxing contributor Peter Mantit. Manny is, hopefully I said his name right. In an interview on Sunday, May 24th, Manny was getting ready to go to bed. I was in California, and he was ready to go against Crawford. In California, and he is ready to go against Crawford. Last month, Arum bar members from Team Pacquiao approached him regarding the possibility of staging a mega bout between the fighting sensation of the World Boxing Association, Tyson and Crawford, the WBO champion. Due to the prevailing conditions in the United States brought by the coronavirus, the Hall of Fame promoter is looking at other countries as possible venue. Manny is ready to do that Crawford fight, and will try to do that outside of the United States. If Pacquiao Crawford pushes through outside the U.S., with the Middle East and Macau being trumpeted as possible venues, Arum intends to charge a hefty site fee to recoup some of the gate receipts and losses. Okay, Manny wants the fight to happen this year because he's running for political office. Next year for presidency. Said Aaron, unaware that the Philippine president election is set for 2022. So I guess he got one more year left. Pacquiao has expressed interest to tangle with Crawford. Crawford, his part, insisted he has been chasing Pacquiao since 2015. Other than Crawford, 4 division champion Mikey Garcia, former 2 division champion Danny Garcia, IBF and WBC ruler Errol Spence are considered as pace setters in the Pacquiao fight derby. On Rappler.com, you can find that article. All right. So I heard actually, you probably hearing this first. Uh, Crawford actually has 4 options now. With Pacquiao being an option, he could be running as president in 2022. So this can be Pacquiao's last fight because to run for president, you got to do you got to get your, I don't know how I go in the Philippines, but you got to campaign. You got people got to invest in your campaign, and that's you can't be campaigning and fighting. So depending on when that election is in the Philippines, if it's early 2022 or late 2022, he probably gonna need 2021, to start, getting people to invest into his campaign and starting his campaign as president. So Pacquiao can be fighting 1 or 2 more times, maximum. You feel what I'm saying? So with that being said, if he was to fight a Terence Crawford right now, that probably would indicate his last fight in boxing, win, lose, or draw. He tried to get Conor McGregor. That's not gonna happen. He tried to, he tried to do something like that. They even tried to kick the tires on fighting Marquez. If he fights Terence Crawford, that means that's gonna be his last fight. Errol Spencer's already turned down the fight a couple times because he wasn't physically ready. All right, people didn't want to believe me on that. Ask him yourself. He turned down the fight after the car accident. Okay, but Bud has several options now, from Yordenis Ugas, Shawn Porter, Kell, Brook to Manny Pacquiao. We'll see how that boils down. But Pacquiao is a tough fight, especially outside the U.S. For Terence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? Because they let Pacquiao do whatever he want to do, similar to Tyson Fury in some people's opinion. Then he'll be able to soup up the way he need to soup up. Last time he fought outside the country, in Malaysia, he scored his first knockout. Nobody seen him have that power for years, even though it was a rundown Lucas Matisse. So that's something that he got to understand. When he fight Manny Pacquiao, he got to take that serious. This ain't old Manny Pacquiao. This is a dangerous man that Keith Thurman fought. Don't get it twisted. Keith Thurman is still a good fighter. Keith Thurman lost the beginning of that fight because he had a mental lapse when he let Pacquiao drop him. That flipped the momentum. He let Pacquiao catch him on a bum rush him on the front while he was backpedaling, and he landed something. He dropped him, and ever since that he dropped him, he was fighting from behind on the scorecards. He was pressing forward. Pacquiao he took Pacquiao lightly. You talk about after like 20 years of people, sleeping on Manny Pacquiao, thinking he's a small, fragile, helpless little Filipino man. You know what I'm saying? People still underestimating him 20 years later. 20 years later, you got to come in there like you fighting the best Manny Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? So Crawford can't underestimate him. He do some things different than Keith Thurman. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, he could switch to southpaw, orthodox, but the difference is he got more arm length than Keith Thurman. He got the longest arm length of any top tier welterweight, 74 inches, even longer than Errol Spencer's. Use that to your advantage. You can dance around Pacquiao. You can walk him down, but the way you beat Pacquiao and you make it easy and not try to do shit sexy and pretty and beautiful is you box that motherfucker. He can't cut the ring off. You make Manny Pacquiao come towards you. And once you end up getting the drop on him, you know what I'm saying? Pacquiao get frustrated. You know what I'm saying? I was talking to somebody behind the scenes and saying they think Pacquiao beat Crawford because Crawford ain't been tested and, Crawford, struggled with head movement, this, that, and the third. All you got to do is box that motherfucker. Shane Mosley was old as hell using the entire ring. He couldn't cut the ring off on Shane Mosley. All Crawford got to do is stay in southpaw position. He don't have no advantage. Benjamin Foe step and slide away from him. And Pacquiao gonna make mistakes. He gonna lunge in and square up. And when he lunge in and square up, you south step him, shoot him with the right hand. What Mayweather did wasn't too complex. You gotta have patience. He get on the inside with you, you hold him. Pacquiao make a lot of mistakes. What's so funny is 10-8 round. Salute Benjamin before I see you. What's so funny is people want to talk about a lot of the mistakes that other fighters make. Pacquiao make a lot of mistakes. Square up, get frustrated, throw and get out of position. And Crawford can take advantage of that stuff. But if he come in bullheaded, overconfident, pound for pound boxing channel, salute. He's gonna lose. Keith Thurman was overconfident and he tried to use looping shots. When Keith Thurman found out the straight shots how you beat Pacquiao, he became a marksman. Pacquiao wasn't hard to find. So imagine if Keith Thurman just used his jab and used his lateral movement to begin with and just used his jab and his straight right hand. He'd have beat Pacquiao easy. That's all he had to do. And not load up. He loaded up on a few of those straight right hands and push Pacquiao head back to the ceiling. Simple boxing. Pacquiao ain't a hard fighter to beat. Marquez gave him problems because Marquez was able to time him. He was able to make Pacquiao make mistakes and capitalize off of him. We're talking about dudes that's way more physically imposing than Marquez. But there's no substitute for skill in boxing IQ. Sometimes you can complicate shit in boxing. And Keith Thurman complicated stuff. He didn't figure it out till later in the fight. Then he got punched in the stomach and it took the play away from him. It's not complicated. It's basic boxing. There's no two without the one. And when you got arm reach and physical advantages like speed and strength, use the jab. You will never go wrong with using the jab and using the straight right hand. Use the jab. Well, the first fight, you can make an argument. He beat him the first few times. You can make an argument every time Marquez beat Manny Pacquiao. So he gave him problems every time. But when you fight Manny Pacquiao, as soon as Manny Pacquiao throw 3 or 4 shots, and they can all miss. They can all miss, and they just get crazy, and the judges give them the round. That's a fact. A lot of times in that Keith Thurman fight, he was throwing punches and one shit landed. They were just giving him credit because he was throwing. That's why you gotta watch out for Pacquiao. Fighting him on the front foot. You gotta be prepared to punch with him, front foot or back foot. You gotta time him opening up. Pacquiao ain't a hard dude to beat. It's just in his career, do so not. He drained a lot of guys. So a lot of dudes couldn't. They was in quicksand. They was drained by a certain type of time. So it's a tough fight, especially outside the United States, given the drug testing protocol they may follow or may not follow. But Crawford just got to keep shit simple. You know what I'm saying? Use what Marquez and Mayweather did. Ain't no problem jacking the blueprint. Lean on Tim Bradley. Tim Bradley can give you the angles and give you the drop. It's not a hard fight for Crawford. It's just do what you did versus Victor Postal. The difference is Manny Pacquiao gonna give you opportunities to counter. He get frustrated. He can't cut the ring off. That's why he lost to Mayweather. There wasn't no fucking shoulder issue. That's why he was losing. He had problems with Marquez. You can go to Jeff Horn route and rough him up, punish him in the corner. Why? Why take unnecessary punishment if you can box? You know. But also they say, I'm not sure what's going on with Mikey because the zone situation I'll get to in a minute. So if Pacquiao chooses to fight Crawford, that's probably gonna mean that the zone ain't got the money. And Pacquiao or PBC may not have the money, or PBC, may not want to fight. So that if he fight Crawford, that indicate a few things. That the zone may be coming to an end for real, which I'll get to shortly. This may be his last fight because it was told to me last year this was going to be his last year boxing. And that's it. That's it. If he fight Mikey Garcia, the zone probably not going to end. If it's on the zone, he may fight one more time in 2021. And if I had to bet my pretty penny on it, if Danny Garcia or whoever win between him and Errol Spence, he gonna fight the winner of that fight. Especially if it's Danny Garcia, or especially if Errol Spence look bad. So I would probably say, due to the pandemic, this was Pacquiao last year fighting. Now I understand why. With the article saying that he running for presidency in the Philippines in 2022, my source was accurate. Now, since the coronavirus came, he probably want to fight 2 more times. But if it's only going to be 1 more time, it's probably going to be versus TerenceCrawford if the zone is, they done. If he fight 2 more times and this Mikey Garcia, is going to be the winner of Danny and Errol Spence. Mark my words. Especially if it's Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia said he want to move up after that, but that Pacquiao bag hit different. to worry about. But also, I hear Yordenis Ugas is in the running, Shawn Porter is in the running, Kell Brook is in the running. Um, so those names are also in the running. I don't know if they got some negotiations, contracts, or whatever. You would think the Kell Brook fight would be done as long as they've been negotiating. But that also breeds validity into they talking to Pacquiao. They could be talking to Shawn Porter. They could be talking to Yordenis Ugas. To me personally, Yordenis Ugas seemed to be the best name there, just based off of it ain't got to be pay per view. Yordenis Ugas is not a pay per view fighter. His purse shouldn't be that high, but then again, Al Heyman might try to get him a high purse over there for utilizing one of his fighters. So if that's the case, maybe Shawn Porter is the guy if they're gonna put him on pay per view. Shawn Porter's stock has never been higher. His name has never been more on fire than it is now, according to Richard Salute. So with that being the whole situation, you know, I think Pacquiao, Shawn Porter, Ugas can all beat Terence Crawford. That can happen. Overhand salute. Boston Pedigree TV salute. So, the only guy that ain't really a threat is Kell Brook. Now, if they talking about tune-ups because of audiences or not spending a lot of money because of audiences, Kell Brook want pay-per-view money. If not, Eddie Hearn could use Liam Smith. So Ugas, depending on what the bag looking like, he might be the better fit. Why not? If you Ugas fighting dudes like Mike Dallas, why shouldn't Al Heyman send him over there? All they gotta do is pay Ugas like $1.5 million, $2 million. Ugas ain't no pay-per-view fighter. They can put that right on ESPN or ABC. Ugas is a high risk, low reward type of dude. You can make that case for Shawn Porter, but Porter's stock is high. He a hot name after coming off the Errol Spence fight. A lot of people think he won. And that just shows you it ain't shit to lose. Shawn Porter became a popular household name after a loss. That loss did more for him than any win in his career did versus Errol Spence. But if Terence and Shawn was to fight, I would imagine they want to do that with an audience. That's just my opinion. And that's a tough fight for both guys. And if you was going into Battle Rap 2, if you was going into a fucking Pacquiao fight, Shawn Porter might be the perfect guy to get you ready for it. Not saying he fight a lot, but it ain't too many more welterweights that's as athletic and got that size and stature that Shawn got. Shawn got good head movement. He feint. He come in with the over. He jump in with punches. Difference is Pacquiao jump in with straight punches. Shawn Porter jump in with overhand and looping shots. That's the only difference. And Shawn Porter orthodox and Pacquiao southpaw. They both two of the most athletically gifted fighters in the welterweight division. So that can definitely help kick Terence Crawford out for a Manny Pacquiao fight. And then what makes that fight so good is one of those fights where they like each other. They friends. And when you boys, it's a certain competitive nature that you tap into. And they might fight to the death. Hopefully, God willing not. But they're gonna fight. It's gonna be a savage fight. They know each other well. They study each other well. It's gonna be who got the better corner, who gonna make the chess moves. And I favor Terence Crawford. I think he's more dynamic. He a more complete fighter. But that don't just because you're a complete fighter don't mean you're gonna win a fight. Somebody just may have a style that bother you. But with Shawn Porter, he's another guy. You box him. You know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is box him. Same thing with Manny Pacquiao. It ain't no shame to use what Kell Brook did. It ain't no shame to take Kell Brook blueprint. Keith Thurman tried to create his own blueprint and damn near lost. Trying to outhook with Shawn Porter. All the fuck he had to do was use his straight punches. That's what Kell Brook did. Shawn Porter tried to come in, he walked into the same 1-2 in the left hook or uppercut every time. Shawn Porter got problems getting on the inside. And when he get on the inside, it ain't even a hard game. He on the inside, he smother himself. So all you gotta do is hold him. His inside game, it ain't even pretty. It's a beautiful chaos. He just smother himself and he don't get clean shots off. All you gotta do is hold him. And when he try to get on the inside, use your straight punches and time him. It's gonna take a minute to get the timing down pat, but if you keep your hands up, you'll be able to catch those overhand and wild looping lefts and overhand rights. And once you time him what he doing, then you just touching him with the jab. Once you get the jab working, Shawn Porter can't do nothing. You put that stick in his face. Once you time him with that jab, it's open season on Shawn Porter. All you doing is catching and shooting. All you doing is just shooting. Shoot the jab, double the jab, paint the jab. You step. I mean, Shawn Porter. I ain't disrespecting him or nothing like that. But if you can touch him with the one, hey, you can touch him with everything else in the book. Twos, threes, hooks, uppercut, touch him with everything. But you gotta touch him with the jab first. You can hit him with the jab, double the jab. He gonna walk right into your shit every time. He got Errol Spence problems because Errol Spence is athletic. Shawn is athletically superior to Errol Spence. Errol Spence didn't know how to time that head movement. Once he got Shawn on the ropes and Shawn couldn't go nowhere, and then he was able to touch Shawn to the body and slow Shawn down a bit. But had Shawn Porter, kept fading and using angles and slipping, he took Errol Spence's jab away. Shawn Porter just, he just sat there with Errol Spence on the ropes and he got abused a little bit. Got abused. But if Shawn Porter was able to create better distance between himself and Errol Spence, he would have got more credit for clean, effective punching. But he didn't. He smothered his shots. With Ugas, once again, he seemed to be the more affordable option out of all the four. If you want to put on without no audience, let's Al Heyman run a checkup on Ugas. But Ugas beat Crawford in the amateurs. Bo Mack said a while ago that they want to get that back. Ugas also beat the last guy to beat Terence Crawford and Ray Robinson. So that's a tough fight right there as well too. But I would be impressed if Crawford stopped Yordenis Ugas. That'd be a very, very impressive win. Ugas is not all. Crawford would probably have trouble with Ugas timing him and countering him if he opened up. It'd probably look like the Ugas Kavaliauskas fight, to be honest. I felt Kavaliauskas won a few rounds early on. And, Ugas would sit back and try to time Terence Crawford. The difference is Ugas don't carry the punch that Kavaliauskas carry. But I feel that even though I believe Ugas is in better condition, I just don't think he is active enough with his punch output. So it could be a situation where you can have one of the boringest fights of all time, where Crawford just outpoint Yordenis Ugas, keep it on the outside, and outpoint them, and Ugas throwing one or two shots at a time, and maybe landed one or two good shots. Or you can see a situation where Crawford try to overwhelm Ugas. And Ugas counterpuncher can't keep up with the volume of Terence Crawford. And at that point, you just figuring out, can Ugas take the punishment? Or can Ugas land the counter shot that Kavaliauskas did that hurt Crawford? More likely, Ugas would probably have to start off at the body and then clip him to the head. That fight definitely got the remedy or got the recipe to be one of the most boring fights out the ones I gave. That might be most Crawford's most boringest fight since he fought since he fought Klimov. That was Crawford's worst fight. And that was years ago when he first signed the Top Rank. So Ugas Ugas fight got the recipe to be a terrible fight. It depends on what Crawford make it in. When you fight a counterpuncher like those Cubans, it's all about what you make it. It's kind of like Angulo making, Erislandy Lara or Jared Hurd, making Erislandy Lara exciting. They forced the action, so Crawford would have to force a fight with Ugas. And Lara showed with Angulo, his straight left showed that, it kind of bailed him out because he was getting dropped. I could see Crawford trying to go be aggressive and be Angulo versus Yordenis Ugas. But the difference is Crawford can fucking box. I could see Ugas, landing some shots on Crawford and giving Crawford some problems, but Ugas don't throw enough. So I could see that fight being very, very boring. Rashid, salute. I can see that fight being hella boring. Crawford gonna make that fight. When you fight them Cuban fighters not named Gamboa, you gotta make the fight. So, from a style standpoint of view, that fight is will Crawford make it. Pacquiao and Crawford, like I said before, it's a low risk, it's a high risk, low reward fight. Even though the reward is good with the money, what do you get for beating Pacquiao? You get a belt, I get it, but you beat an aging legend. Do anybody say, "Oh, Oscar beat Chavez twice"? That was two of his shining moments. No. So for Crawford, it's all about the bag and the belt. As far as for Manny Pacquiao, for Porter, fighting Porter, and some people might give him validity. He's already got validity. It's just that people want to pick and choose who good and who not good, and people that try to validate fighters, they ain't even been watching boxing for 10 years. You know what I'm saying? The same people that's trying to that's trying to validate Terence Crawford. You feel me? The same people that's trying to validate Terence Crawford, motherfuckers believe Deontay Wilder water got spiked. They that stupid and naive. I don't care what nobody's opinion is in boxing. If I don't talk to you behind the scenes or I don't DM you, I don't care what your opinion is. Real talk. Your opinion is shit to me. I don't care about what Dr. Blake I don't care about your opinion. It means nothing. You can imagine, Crawford needing validation from somebody who live in a fucking shack. You feel me? He need validation from somebody that live in Milwaukee. Come on, man. Can't even do a fucking pull up or a sit up. Can't even jog to the corner. You think he need them niggas validation? No. You don't need your fucking validation, nigga. Some nigga that stay up with his wife and take care of the kid. You think he needs your validation? Some fat ass lawyer who ain't never did nothing athletic in his life. Fake ass Better Call. You think he needs your validation? Some nigga from New York who barely can pay his bills. You know what I'm saying? Who can't even do a video without come on, man. Think he needs your validation, bro? I damn sure don't need your validation. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker don't need your validation at all. Niggas be killing me. Don't need your validation. None of them. You know niggas validation. Exactly. A lion doesn't concern itself with the opinion of a sheep. Don't need nobody, but people kill me. Oh, he need to do this. He need to do that. Nigga, what you need to do is pay your light bill before they cut that shit off. You ain't even got your girl, your wife validate. Your mama don't respect you. Can't be respected what some of these niggas doing out here in these YouTube streets. Somebody needs your validation, bro. People kill me like their opinion hold more weight than ego. All them now, I don't fucking respect them niggas' opinions. The boxing boys, I don't respect Ness' opinion. Why do he got an opinion? Because he got 100,000 subs? Michelle Joy Phelps, I definitely don't respect that broad's opinion. Radio Raccoon, why would I respect his opinion? I just like the interviews. Marco, I like the interviews. I don't respect his opinion. For what? Bird Sugar, I respect his opinion. You feel what I'm saying? The trainers, I respect their opinion. Even from Derek James to Bo Mack, Buddy McGurf. You know, I respect their opinions. Ronnie Shields, Joel Diaz, Robert Garcia, Nazim. I respect their opinions. I respect these clowns, these marks' opinions. Real talk. I don't respect you from a business aspect. I respect Sam Watson's opinion. In boxing aspect, I respect Sam Watson's opinion. I respect Eddie Hearn's opinion. I respect Lou DiBella's opinion. You know, I respect Andre Ward's opinion, Timothy Bradley's opinion. Some of y'all niggas' opinion, you know, it tastes like ass when you speak it. I don't respect none of these niggas' opinions. They respect my shit because they watch my shit. Respect these niggas' no opinions, man. You need your validation. And Crawford don't need your validation. And Porter don't need your validation. Earl Spence don't need your validation. George Foreman don't need your validation. Roy Jones don't need your validation. Nate Campbell don't need your validation. Eddie Hearn don't need your validation. Nobody cares. You don't control the narrative, niggas. Let me say that again. You don't control the narrative in boxing. You don't have as much power as you think you have. You an ordinary, regular motherfucker like me. It had to be said. You ordinary. Like Sade said. You're ordinary. You're a regular person. You don't your boxing opinion doesn't hold no weight. They go for Deontay. Hope you get his channel back. It's your opinion. I'm not gonna knock you for it. I ain't gonna lose no sleep with these niggas' validation. I ain't losing no sleep if a boxer don't like my channel. If he want to try, I ain't losing no sleep. We are a lot of us. Some of us are men. Let me say that first. Some of us are men. A lot of us ain't no men. A lot of y'all some little boys. When I ain't chopping my YouTube videos up, nigga, I'm doing something else. Shit around the house, working, making money, making plays happen. I ain't sitting here going through niggas' friends lists and listening to dish videos, man. Come on, man. Like my man just said, a lion don't care about the opinion of a sheep. A lot of niggas don't got no lives. So nobody worry about nobody's opinion. Care if Water is hitting you up. You just as weak as he looking right now. I'll talk about that in Q&A. Say that. I'll talk about Ammo and Saunders in Q&A. So yeah, the zone, you know, it was first somebody hit me up and asked me that I know something. And I didn't understand it. I've seen Marcos on Twitter, shout out to Marcos and his podcast and shit. And he was saying like, you know, kind of alluding that the zone was going broke, and then I'm seeing shit about Canelo, you know, saying they want me to restructure my contract because I ain't really been on the boxing wave, right? I kind of just been, you know, switching it up. So I ain't think shit of it. I'm seeing all the rumors. I'm just thinking they just jokes. You know, niggas got time on their hands. They just joking around. My guy hit me up and said, "You heard anything about the zone financial issues?" I said, "No, I thought it was just they was just trolling." And I woke up like I was gonna ask Town and shit because I hadn't heard from him a couple. I was gonna ask him had he heard something, but I don't know. We must have been on the same, you know, vibration or some shit. Because when I woke up in the morning, he hit me with the article and shit. So I woke up in the morning, took the dog outside, let the dog run outside for a minute, fed the motherfuckers, and I read the article. So I'm sitting there, I'm reading the article and shit. And I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? They talking about they trying to get people to invest into the company to keep it afloat. They trying to sell the equity of the company to keep it afloat, or they trying to sell the company in whole so it can stay afloat. So I say, damn, because just before the pandemic happening, they was one of the three companies in talks to buy Top Rank, along with the company that owns UFC, and it was another company. So what you got to understand is this: Eddie Hearn came out. I did a video on it. I didn't really get in depth like I wanted to get the video I was shopping for our barbecue today, which I still ain't ate. This is my second live stream from other channel. I want to knock this shit out, so I ain't got nothing else to do. But he was saying that it was partially his fault because he was handing out those high purses. But he said he talked to Bob Arum, and Bob Arum said it's your fault, and before you it was Al Heyman's fault for paying all these fighters this money. And to me, everybody been trying to keep up with Al Heyman as far as the purses, and it's Al Heyman's fault. And what's reason it's Al Heyman's fault? Eddie Hearn he was pretty much in competition with Al. You feel what I'm saying? When I say he was in competition with Al, not only with the money, but the type of fights. Underrated Darkness. Salute, y'all subscribe to the brother channel, man. Not only when you're talking about the money, but the caliber of fights. It's nothing wrong with the money these dudes getting paid. But the caliber of fights that they taking for the money is messing the game up. Just backtracking boxing. 7, 8, 9, and 10 was still good years in boxing. SJ Fish 101. Salute. They were still good years, Bojack. Salute. They were still really good years in boxing. Y'all gotta do me a favor. Hit the thumbs up button, share the video, please. Please do that. But those were still good years in boxing. It didn't really start with Mayweather. You can say it started with Mayweather, but Mayweather and De La Hoya broke the record. So Mayweather earned his keep. And I think he always turned a return. He always turned a profit. Birdo was really the guy that fucked the game up. Birdo and Bob Arum was responsible for Al Heyman getting kicked off of HBO. They invested so much money in Birdo because of Al Heyman. When he lost to Victor Ortiz, that kind of soured the relationship, and Bob Arum kind of helped them get a boot. Because Al was trying to work with Bob Arum, but Bob Arum will refuse to work with Al on HBO, and he finessed to get Al off of HBO. I think Steven Espinoza ended up running the Showtime, and then he ended up working with Al because he used to run HBO. If you didn't know, Ken Hirschman, it was Peter Nelson last time. He still run it, but ain't no boxing. Ken Hirschman, Steven Espinoza, and Lou DiBella all was the president of HBO. I don't think a lot of people know that. They was the ones that pretty much controlled the sport, the boxing. But with Al, he had just raised the purses so high. It wasn't the fact that he was raising the purses so high. It was the caliber of fights that came with it. Keith Thurman was trying to fight Paula Malignaggi. He was trying to fight Shawn Porter when he got a belt. So when Al Heyman couldn't make the fights with the guys that he wanted to fight, Floyd Mayweather, Pacquiao was on the other side of the street at the time. Shawn Porter had a belt, didn't want to fight him. Paula Malignaggi didn't want to fight him. You know what I'm saying? So the dudes, when he couldn't get him that fight, Al Heyman paid him $3.5 million for his troubles to fight Leonard Bundini Bundu, who's an unknown guy from Italy. I think he was just an opponent. So they paying guys for tune-ups. Not because, we like you, get a tune-up. No, because they couldn't deliver the fights that the fighter wanted, so they overcompensated him. So once they did that, down the line, Errol Spence got overcompensated $3.5 million to fight Lamont Peterson because they couldn't get the dudes like Keith Thurman and the rest of them to get in the ring with him. So it just became a recurring thing. You feel what I'm saying? For Al Heyman, and it got out of pocket. Birdo was getting overcompensated for fights that he was having. It kind of got out of control. So it's okay to pay these fighters with their, good money. But if I'm paying $3.5 million, shit, you fighting Adrian Broner bare minimum. You fighting Shawn Porter. And once you pay a guy like that $3.5 million for Leonard Bundy Bundu, Banco, salute. Once you pay $3.5 million for that, or Lamont Peterson or Earl Spence, do you really think they're going to take $3.5 million to fight, to fight a Pacquiao, or not Pacquiao, but to fight a Shawn Porter or to fight a Danny Garcia? Nah. They're going to want $5 million. And when you get into the $5 million rate, or even if you wanted to pay them $3.5 million, right? Even if you wanted to shoot $3.5 million, right? You gotta still pay Danny Garcia. Garcia probably like, man, I want 3.5. So now you paying $7 million for a televised fight. The networks ain't got it. Over here and say the DAZN shot up the purses for everyone and made it wasn't even them. They was keeping up with Al Heyman. That's a fact. Because they gave Demetrius Andrade $4 million, Danny Jacobs $4 million to fight. Triple G $15 to fight. Whatever was with equity. Canelo, he was getting, 30 a fight. But really, they was getting that on PBC. 3, 5, 4 already. You know what I'm saying? They shot it up. But Al was still paying his fighters good money. They still was getting it. Eddie Hearn was trying to keep DAZN was trying to keep up with Al. They were trying to keep up with the Mayweather purses. Kofi Universe, salute. Y'all subscribe to Kofi. Yeah, Mikey got like 7 or 8 to fight Jesse Vargas. DAZN was only keeping up with what Al was doing. And now Eddie Hearn basically didn't help, bankrupt their ass. I ain't mad at it because when I thought when HBO left, Top Rank and PBC had to work together. I thought that's what it was going to have to be. And it wasn't. DAZN came in. It was a dumb idea to begin with. It was a dumb idea to begin with. Tell me I'm wrong. A niche sport on an app for $20 a month or $10 a month. Now, if all boxing was on the DAZN app, they monopolized it. Knock on wood. That's not supposed to happen, but they monopolized it and they put all the best fights on the DAZN for $20 a month. It'll work, but it still have been hard to build stars. DAZN should have bought a TV channel on Dish Network, Comcast, whoever you got, Time Warner, DirecTV. They should have bought a cable channel and did it that way. You on an app, anybody can stream it off an app. It was a dumb idea. Why pay $20? Especially some of their tech wasn't even up to speed. Bring something new like 4K boxing. I can get the same stream on a website or APK that I can get on DAZN. In the age of streaming and illegally streaming, TV and sports, why would you create an app? And the biggest problem in boxing is building stars. To build a star, you have to be somewhere that's accessible. What's so funny is I have my Broner and Vargas shirt on I got from the fight I went to. And I'm standing at Home Depot, right? In that long ass line. I'm returning this carpet cleaner. I had to clean my carpet and shit. And this one guy say, he asked me about the boxers on my shirt. He said, he's an old guy. He said, I don't know anybody anymore, man. And that's the problem because they don't put these fights on regular TV. But if the DAZN is ended, I ain't complaining about it. Because that's just going to mean Top Rank and PBC going to have to work together. He said boxing needs to do a deal with Hulu, YouTube TV, or Netflix. I mean, yeah. Everybody watch Netflix. More people got Netflix than cable. But they got to put these good cards on TV. Crawford next fight should be on ABC if it's not a major fighter. You know what I'm saying? They got to fight on Fox. They got to fight on all these different shit. And if the DAZN was smart, let me tell you how stupid the DAZN is. They still charging people during the pandemic. What's the first thing? If somebody charging you, what's the first thing you're going to do? You're going to cancel or you're going to put a stop payment on it. Right? You can cancel it. So instead of saying we're not going to charge you during the pandemic, right? The DAZN is free. Come see what we got to offer on the DAZN. When it start back up, we're going to shoot y'all a deal. Everybody that paid for a year, if you get boxing without 3 months, you know what? We're going to give you the first 3 months next year when it's over with for free. All they had to do was make the DAZN free and everybody can see what they had to offer. So when boxing kick back up, say, you know what? For the first month, we only going to charge you $5. But then after that, we're going to start charging you $20 or you can pay $100 for a year, whatever it is. Okay. People say $5 ain't nothing. Canelo fighting Billy Joe. I'm just saying, hypothetically. Before you know it, October 1st come around. They take $20 out. You don't even know it. They stupid. All you had to do is have people sign up and get the DAZN for free. And tell them, you know what? $5, the DAZN coming back in September. You can enjoy the DAZN for $5 this month. Next month, we're going to charge you $20. They ain't got no brains. First thing somebody see that 20 come out their account, Michael, salute. So the first thing they see that 20 come out, they going to cancel that shit. They going to cancel it. So they stupid. So if they go out, they deserve to go. It was a dumb idea. Nobody going to invest in it. They might as well just buy out. They wasn't going to get no NBA. They wasn't going to get no real Major League Baseball. They wasn't gonna get. They didn't get no. They should have. I'm gonna tell you how the zone should have did it. How the zone should have did it, bro. They should have. They should have got the rights to so many sports movies, right? They should have got the rights to sports movies. That's what I would have done. Hoosiers, He Got Game. I would have had a stupid amount of sports movies in there, right? Also, what I would have done is instead of paying all them high prices, I get to that part of boxing. What I would have did. See, look, they should hire me. I know more than them dumb motherfuckers over there, and I ain't got a degree in their field. Then after I would have, tried to get the licensing, I would have tried to get me a documentary. What I started would have just started doing docs every week on boxers and other sports athletes. That's what I would have done. I did me a Joe McClellan. I did one on Michael Nunn. I would have hired me a production team so we always have content coming. Always. Always. I'd have loaded up on documentaries, though. I did documentaries on boxing first. Then I would have did NBA, NFL through the years. Before you know it, if you do it right like 24/7, you would have had a legendary vault of great documentaries. So you always had content going on there. But they don't have no brain over it. And then instead of giving Canelo $300 million and giving Triple G equity and them still not doing what you want them to do, all the zone had to do was become a proving ground, a mutual or rendezvous spot. Canelo getting $30 million a fight. You say, look here. I got 10 for Crawford. I got 10 million for Spence. The extra $10 million go to the winner. Come on, that would have brought in more subs than anything. You know what I'm saying? Say that's all you got to do. You just be a proving ground. You get a few promoters that got a fighters. You can sign a few. You can sign your Devin Haney's, your Ryan Garcias, and guys of that nature to fight on his own. But every month you could have been like you could have worked with PBC, worked with Top Rank, and made big fights happen. You would have got more bang for your buck. Every month you just sit there through the year and you plan big fights. People will subscribe to the zone for $20 if you got one big fight a month, and then you can have your club fights. You can have your Ryan Garcia fight on Friday, your Devin Haney building his career up. You can have your prospects. So there, when your prospects go through the ranks and they become stars, you know what I'm saying? You will have them under contract. But that's what I would have done. Oh, how we gonna get David Benavidez and Caleb Plant done without pay-per-view? The zone could have been a new model for pay-per-view. All right, I got $7 million for Benavidez, $7 million for Plant. $2 million go to the winner. Triple G money way better than that. Triple G every time he fight is 15. You paying Canelo 30 for 2 times a year. You can even break that down even to work to less than that. They could have just been a mutual ground. They could have been a new pay-per-view. Instead of taking it to pay-per-view, put it on the zone. The zone could have been a new model for pay-per-view. $20 a month. Would have been better. And they say, oh, for the year, you know what I'm saying? For the year, for $200 a year, you get all these pay-per-view fights or something like that. Or whatever they want to do it. I don't know. People would have paid that. All the big fights could have been on the zone. They go to pay-per-view. You could have worked with Top Rank, Matchroom, Premier Boxing Champions. You could have worked with all of them to make the big fights. And all you doing, you paying them off. Even you paying them off for their fighters. That's all the zone had to do was work with everybody, not just work with Matchroom and Golden Boy. All that money they spent on Canelo, they would have had like millions and millions of subscribers, bro. Millions. The only problem is the issue with them would be is how would they retain? How would the retention of the copyrights go? So it's a little problem with that, but they had the money, man. For $30 million, they could have broke that down to 2 major fights a year that people wanted to see, but did what they want to do. But let's talk a little bit about this quarantine loudmouth. You got a lot of dudes. I'm gonna spend a minute on this. I'm gonna get to the rumors and I get to the Q&As, question and answers. But looking at all these people, you got Tank talking, you got Ryan talking, you got all these dudes talking. about fighting, dude, and just being loudmouths, but ain't nobody gonna bust a grape in a fool fight. You feel me? Ain't none of these dudes gonna fight each other. Or I smack you, I smack you, I do this, I do that, I do this, that. Come on, man. Everybody got an opinion. The real killers is being quiet. The real killers in the lab working. They ain't running their mouth on social media. They getting ready to fight. All these dudes, man, when boxing come back open, ain't none of these dudes gonna try to fight each other. You know what I'm saying? Leonard and Gervonta Davis and Floyd Mayweather shouldn't have a word to say. The way they babysitting Gervonta should be the last dude talking about fighting somebody. It ain't because the lack of will, it's just the lack of if you can. Floyd Mayweather babysitting him. You know what I'm saying? He babysitting him. Tank got to fucking sign a contract to even smack Ryan Garcia. And Ryan Garcia doing all this talking. He doing all this talking, but who have you beaten? Devin doing all this talking, and like I said, he's a good fighter. Don't get me wrong. But you the same motherfucker who just backed down from Mayonnaise Nation about comments about whooping a white boy. Come on, man. You shouldn't be talking. The Culverts, the Stevensons, pretty quiet. The Innocents, all they doing is working. Ain't nobody gonna bust no grape in this food fight, bro. Y'all ain't bout it, bro. All these fighters that's talking, I'm ready to get it on. Only nigga that's talking shit that I believe that's really about that shit is Jermell Charlo. Erickson Lubin talking, I'm gonna run up on you, but nigga, you duck Lara, bro. They really be living in their own little worlds, bro. Luis de Cubas, he's one of the matchmakers at PBC. He tried to make Lara and Erickson Lubin. He didn't want it. You feel me? And now that Jermell Charlo could be going for Jason Rosario, shit, why not fight Lara? He run up on everybody. These dudes just talking. It's all talk, 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 talk. These dudes ain't really killers. If you wanted to kill it before the quarantine, what's gonna make you kill after the quarantine? Come on. Ryan Garcia was struggling with like Jason Velez or some shit, bro. Gervonta Tank Davis is fighting Ruiz and fighting 122 pounders, scared to fight for tuna. He ducked for tuna. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker, just struggled with Gamboa. Who really scared of Tank walking up on them and slapping you? Real talk, who's scared? Nobody. All these dudes is talking. When it come down to it, why don't Tank fight Lomachenko? He say something to me, nigga, I'll just tweet out Lomachenko. That's what I say is Loma. 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 And Devin Haney told I'm ready for anybody. Well, why the fuck you signed to the zone? Your wish might come true. The zone fold and file bankruptcy. Oh man, the possibilities for Devin Haney. Where he gonna go? He probably gonna sign to Floyd. Where else can he go? He gonna sign the Top Rank? And Teofimo, the only other motherfucker that I partially believe, because he gonna fight fucking Lomachenko. Win, lose, or draw, I respect Teofimo Lopez being a man of his word. Even when Lomachenko tried to get out that fight, he still said, "Nah, bitch, you gonna have to fight me." I respect him for that. He keeping his word because he could have said, "Well, Loma want to tune up. I'm moving up." He could have easily said that. Loma can come get me at 135 on 140. No, T.O. said, "I'm gonna keep my foot on this Mark neck. I don't want no tune up." Loma trying to wiggle this up about the win, lose, or draw. Even if Teofimo Lopez quit, I respect him for taking the challenge. Him and Jermell Charlo, only two niggas that's barking that I believe right now. They the only two. Only two. David Benavidez talking about fighting tune-ups and shit of that nature. You know what I'm saying? I know Golovkin ain't talking with his scary ass. These dudes ain't body, bro. If they want body before the quarantine, they ain't body after the quarantine. Whole bunch of woofers. Knowing that it's going to be no audiences, right? And 9 times out of 10, these big fights not going to happen. Watch how niggas bitch up. Watch how they freeze up. You know what I'm saying? And it's the truth, man. These dudes just woofing. I don't believe none of them. All the ones that's quiet and just handling their business, bro. Them the niggas that's just doing what they got to do, and they're gonna handle business when they come out. A real dog don't bark. That's about to bite your ass. They just bite. They just bite your ass. Real talk. But it's kind of, all right. I don't know. I ain't been on in a minute. All right, here we go. I did a video on this, but I'll respond. Right. I don't know what's happening with the stream, but I'm gonna finish this out if it let me. I have a list of possible opponents for Canelo in September. First option is Billy Joe. Second option is David Lemieux. Third option is Jaime Munguia. They also added Benavidez and Plant, but it would be more harder to make those fights since they're with PBC. Um, uh, People saying the zone having financial problems. I heard a lot of people unsubscribe. I heard they're in financial problems. So that ain't really shit. I talked about that. Leo versus Tank will be PBC first pay per view back. Will be at 30. Be on pay per view. On Showtime, Jojo Diaz signed a contract to fight Tevin Farmer in a rematch. Said I'm hearing now the different promoters that now boxers will have to face the best. They won't pay for BS fights anymore. Only people that will have easy fights will be the ones to kick off boxing with no audience. Also, boxers won't get paid a lot more anymore. I heard it from different people. We will see. Basically, the purses in boxing is coming down. They are, basically saying other than people kicking off boxing, they gonna make tough fights and they gonna basically make the fights you want to see. And financially, they won't be making the money that they once made anymore. So I've told them I believe it when I see it, but boxing is playing, and basically the quarantine is resetting the money for boxing. So a lot of these fighters, if they gonna get top purses, they gotta fight the best. So boxing ain't been shit but a tune up since like 2015. Whenever PBC started, it ain't been nothing but a huge tune up. Even the fights that you deem to be big fights, the Pacquiao, Thurmans, the Spence and Porters, the Spence and Manny, Spence and Mikey, all those are second, third, fourth, fifth rate fights. You feel what I'm saying? So it's a reset. But if anybody got any boxing related questions, I answer. Somebody had a question earlier. I can't remember what it was. Um, it was a boxing related question. But if you got any questions, I'll take them right now. Any boxing related questions? I'm trying to find out what that dude said in the chat because he had a good question. I want to answer it. Should have screenshot it. See if I can find it. All right, yeah, this is a question he had. Shout out to Woodsman 1000. He said, "What's your opinion on the Ammo Williams, Billy Saunders, and Fowler sparring beef?" I don't know what Fowler got to do with it, but yeah, I seen that. You know what I'm saying? Ammo had put that video of him sparring somebody. He was dominating a sparring partner and shit, and he posted it. You ain't supposed to do that. That shit weak. I ain't gonna lie. Billy Joe Saunders chimed in and told him what he think about it. And Ammo said, "You ain't the same dude that's a woman beater talking shit about me, sparring." He challenged him to spar. We'll see. Ammo is a young guy. I mean, it can do nothing but help him. Him and Billy Joe Saunders. That's what gentlemen do. Sometimes you gotta, you know, lace him up and y'all go at it in the ring. He a young guy. Billy Joe Saunders shouldn't have no reason not to teach him a little lesson and get a good experience. But afterwards, they should be able to shake hands and respect each other. They both talented young men, but yeah, a lot of motherfuckers always trying to call the kettle black. You feel what I'm saying? Who Andrade have to take hostage to get a fight? I don't know, bro. It ain't like he probably gonna get no fights no time soon. Gaspier wants to fight Kanauki, who wins. Gaspier ain't got no confidence left. He ain't fought since he got his ass beat by Doc. What was it? Usyk. I believe it when I see it. I got Kanauki. Gaspier lost one fight and this nigga disappeared like the Avatar. Over 100 years, we haven't seen the Avatar. Me and my brother Sokka, we hit a glacier and we found ink. Basically, come on, man. Gaspier name bad around here. Corian Baker, do you think Wilder should take the step aside money to train with him? Well, I heard that money ain't there no more, so I heard it ain't there. I heard the offer they was just it was just pump faking. So ain't no step aside. So they gonna go ahead with it. Joshua gonna fight Puev and Fury gonna fight Wilder. It'll be interesting to see what they do with Dillian White. If Dillian White get jerked off again, he might kill himself. It makes me no difference. I don't care about Dillian White. I don't care about Fury. I don't care about Joshua. Hopefully, Deontay can bounce back and get the dub. If he don't bounce back and get the dub, then it is what it is. The Brits have took over the heavyweight division, but all of them some pair cheats to me, in my opinion. So that is what it is. Anybody else got any more boxing related questions? I answer them while I'm still on. What fights you want to see the most this year? Uh, this year, I don't know, man. It's kind of fucked up. I don't even know if I want to see too many fights when niggas having excuses to like the fall or winter when everybody in shape. But T.O. and Loma's probably the fight I want to see the most. That's probably about it. I don't mind seeing Povetkin and Dillian White. That'd be a good one. I like that fight. Two pair defenders. I might put some bread on Povetkin low key. Who else you got out there? I mean, Porter and Bud would be a good one. Porter, Ugas, Porter, Pacquiao. I want to see Pacquiao. I mean, Danny and Earl. Just curious to see how Earl look in that fight. I want to see Cobra keep stepping up. I want to see Shakira step up. I want to see Devin Haney and Linares. Wouldn't mind seeing Ryan and Linares. I mean, it's a couple low key fights I want to see. Charlo Rosario. I mean, still get Lubin and Charlo Rosario winner. Oh shit. Other than that, probably want to see. Looking progress fight of the year. I don't even know if that's gonna happen no more. So, I still would like to see that fight. I still think Regis will beat the hell out of him. But other than that, that's the ones I kind of want to see. But hey, if anybody ain't got no more questions, don't forget you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you got business question, inquiry, response, your video requests. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation? Just share the video for your boy. Appreciate the love, support. One time for the one time Goodfellas Sports.